Good morning, brothers and sisters in Christ. Today, our topic is taken from the book of Hosea, chapter 6, verse 6. For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. My brothers and sisters, no amount of activity for God will ever take the place of a heart that is right with Him. Through the ages, God's people have been persuaded that they could please Him through their service and their offerings, regardless of their heart condition. And one of these people is King Saul. King Saul offered generous sacrifices, hoping that God would overlook his disobedience. Also, David may have assumed that after all he had done on God's behalf, God would overlook his sin. Ananias and Sapphira also thought that their generous gift to the church would compensate for their deceitfulness. Paul was certainly one who had thought his zealousness would please God. But after his conversion, however, he concluded that even if he had faith to remove mountains and gave all he had to feed the poor and offered his body to be burned for the sake of God, and yet had a heart that was not right, it would all be nothing. Brothers and sisters, we are susceptible to the same misunderstanding as all of these people were. We can be deceived into assuming that God is more interested in our activity for Him than He is in the condition of our hearts. God has consistently made it clear that He will not be pacified even the most generous offerings and zealous service if our hearts are not right with Him. No matter how much we do in God's service, and regardless of how active we are in our church, no matter how honorable our reputation in the Christian community, He will not overlook a sinful heart. His desire is that we devote ourselves to knowing Him and loving Him with all our hearts. Good morning, and may God bless us all.